Welcome back to the Backlog Gamer, where I go through my backlog of games. I am currently playing Dark Souls. The previous episode, we had achieved my first goal of ringing the bell in the undead parish. And now I have to travel down to the depths to ring the next bell. If you've noticed, I doubt you might be noticing, but I've decided to change things up a little bit with my equipment. I'm keeping the boar head. I've changed back to my tattered cloth robe rather than using the hollow armor, and I've switched my boots around, and I'm also using a different shield. Basically, the reason why I've decided to change things up, I now, here, watch. I've reduced my equipment load, and I remember telling you about how I have the Havel's ring, which would allow my equipment load to be higher, which makes my agility to be better in certain circumstances. For example, here I'll show you what my agility is like with the Hollow Soldier armor, which only offers me 5 additional points of defense. I'll show you what that's like. See how it takes a little while for me to get up after the roll? Now watch what happens if I go to my tattered cloth robe instead. Instant. Like, I roll into standing up rather than taking that second to get up. And, you know, that might be all it takes. It might be all that it takes later down the road. So, I'm hoping for the additional agility. And, you know what? I thought I was going to level something up. I leveled up a little bit. I just leveled up my endurance again. Because that's so useful to have that extra endurance, the extra dodge. It might just buy me one more dodge. But I also wanted to see if I could level up my weapon here. I doubt I have enough souls now, but let's see what we got.
Well, you need any?
You can modify... you can reinforce your weapon, you can reinforce your armor if you really want. You can repair equipment. Do I want to purchase anything? No, I think I'm pretty good here. Reinforced weapon. How much would it cost to reinforce my Zweinhander? I do have enough souls. So yeah, let's level this sucker up. In addition to souls that you need, you also need... Oh boy. Shards. The Titanite shards I've been picking up. As you can see in the top right-hand corner, I need 3 of them to level it up to level 5. I have 7. Obviously, my souls are the biggest problem here. You know, I might have some souls of undead soldiers I can use. Let me see. I have Soul of a Lost Undead. That's not much. I think it's like 100, 200. Is there anything else? Nope. I don't have anything else. That's alright, though. That's alright. Okay, so, let's move on to the next part. Now, interestingly enough here... Well, that's kind of weird. I've been talking about how I wasn't sure if my humanity influence, like, if only like those bonuses I get for having a higher humanity, if they come into play whether or not I'm a human. Turns out I have confirmed that you do not need to be a human to get the bonuses of humanity. So, oh boy, I'm dealing a lot more damage now with this weapon. Awesome. Okay, so that means the item discovery. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My controller just died. Awkward. Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah, that was awkward. So yes. So the item discovery and the increases to resistance, all of those elements, do not need... Oh, whoa. Okay, do not need me to be human in order to gain the benefits of that. I don't mean to, like, interrupt what I'm doing, what I'm saying by what's happening on the game, but it happens. Now, what this means is the only benefit of being a human in this game is the PvP and the other player interaction stuff. So, you know what? I have enough souls to level up this sword one more time. I'm gonna go do that. Get it up to level 5. So, that means summoning other players who have dropped down their sign. That means being invaded at any time by other players. There's also special NPCs who are called Black Phantoms who can invade your world. Again, you need to be a human to get those. And so you can completely ignore the PvP of Dark Souls by staying hollow. All of the bonuses of having humanity will still be there. You don't miss out on anything. Alright, so now we have a Zweinhander level 5. Now, if I remember correctly, once you have an item at level 5, it can be broken up into... you can level them up different ways. You have to have... I think you have to have a special item that you trade to the blacksmith, and there's several blacksmiths in this entire game. He's not the only one. There are more. And there are certain items that you can give... You know, I should just, I should go to the bonfire real quick. Okay. There's a special items that you can give to the blacksmiths to upgrade them. And by upgrading them, you give them access to allow your item to be leveled up even further than +5. Sometimes this just means, based on what you're giving to what blacksmith, it might just increase the level to go +6 or all the way up to +10. I think it can go all the way up to +15, but do not quote me on that. It's been a while since I've looked at the charts. And then there's also... There are also, elemental damages that you can do. So I think you can add, lightning and fire to your weapons. But again, you can only add it to a +5 weapon. And if you make it a lightning Zweinhander, for example, I believe it goes down to +1, even though right now it's at +5. But that doesn't... I don't think it brings the damage back down to +1 weapon. I think it just adds that new element to the weapon, but don't quote me on that. I'd have to look it up again. It's been a while since I've looked at it. So, but now I have a +5 Zweinhander. That is going to get me through a lot of messes for a while now. I aggroed him. I'm sorry, buddy. I can kill you in one hit, one-handed now, you jerk. That's cool. I have a shortcut. Arrows. Hurt. I don't want to get shot by them. That would be unfortunate. Ow! I got shot by them. Come on. Let's go take care of these arrows. Ah! No! Cut it out. I'm debating whether or not I would like to attempt to try fighting the dragon. Kind of want to get it out of the way. I know when I played it on the PS3, I did do the cheap trick with the I wouldn't call it, I guess, a trick, but you know, I shot him with a bow and arrow at long range and just mindedly, you know, after a very, very long time, kept shooting at him. Now, as I understood it a long time ago, though, they changed it so you couldn't, Oh, come on. I better not get poisoned. I will be very, very upset. I'm poisoned! Ah, great. So that just happened. So I'm gonna have to sit that out. But yeah, as I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by poison. You jerk. I think the only way to kill the dragon now is actually fight him within melee. I believe you can get his attention. I believe you can get his attention and he'll come onto the bridge. But when you get his attention, he will do a very strong attack, which will most likely kill you. So I don't really know how to fight him in melee. I'd like to maybe test some things out, but I don't want to die. Where is... I can't take this. Some of these messages are so funny. Try weapon. Thank you! I mean, someone actually sat there and wrote that. Try weapon. Well, great. I wasn't trying the weapon for a long time, so maybe that's what was wrong all this time. By the way, I found out. See how I'm at 7 right now for my Eustace flasks? By kindling it, I can get it up to 10. So that's cool. That's what I was saying how earlier, I believe it's an earlier episode, I was wondering why I had 10, and was that because I was a human? No, it's because I kindled it. And in order to kindle it, you need to offer one of your humanity, which is the number in the top left, to the bonfire, and it'll allow you to have more Eustace flasks, or more drinks of the Eustace flask, I should say. Now, the reason why I thought for the longest time that you needed to be a human in order for the buff of humanity, like the very benefits of humanity to take effect, is because, I mean, look at the top left, the number is, like, highlighted right now, it's lit. So, I always thought that meant, come on, dragon, I know you're gonna move. I always thought that meant, there you go, that meant the bonuses only applied if you were human. Alright, let me equip the short bow here real fast. See if I can shoot him and get his attention. Oh, I thought I could use this two-handed. Ah, oh, that's not cool. I believe I have a crossbow. I might be able to use that. So I got a crossbow. Yeah, light crossbow. Why can't I use item? Oh, right. Dirt, because I don't have... I swear, sometimes I can be pretty stupid. Alright, Oh, I don't have any crossbow bolts. So, you know, that would help. I don't have any bolts... No, I do. Alright. Ah! Ow! Alright, so that wasn't far enough down. Okay, well, we're approaching the 15-minute mark. I'm gonna call this episode for now. I'm gonna play around with a dragon here a little bit next episode, and if he proves to be too much trouble, I'll just say forget it and move on to the next area. Sorry there's nothing new gameplay here, but I hope my commentary was at least a little bit more interesting and more insightful for those who don't know much about Dark Souls, and if you do know about Dark Souls, I'm sorry I was boring for you. Thank you for letting me waste your time, and I will see you again next episode.